It was a time when if you went to Disney World and you stayed, and that's in Florida, if you stayed on Disney property and you caught the plane, Disney would send a shuttle bus with no additional charge to come get you from the airport and take you to the Disney owned hotel on their resort. Along with that, Disney would also get your checked bags for you and take them to your room for you. For anybody who ever had to deal with the logistics, absolute logistics of moving a family through an airport, you will know how important and how great of a service that could be. And Disney does not provide that anymore. Most likely because none of these people that I just described, none of these people who are popular on YouTube ever have to deal with this. They don't care to deal with this, or they don't have to deal with this. This means nothing to them. What they want you to do now in Disney is use your cell phone. They want you to use your cell phone you can use it for your park tickets. You can use it to open your door, just like the Magic Band. You can use it for the Fast Pass, sort of. They got rid of the Fast Pass. It is now called Genie Plus. Genie Plus is not a simple app on your phone. It's an additional app along with the Disney Parks app where that's the only way to ride certain rides. So if you don't understand that app, you will not be able to get on all the rides you want to, regardless of how much time you have. And then on top of that, if you're not sound, or you're not up with the latest technology, like most elderly people who still have the ability, who would still have the want, still have the desire to go to Disney World or take their grandkids to Disney World, you will be in trouble because you are absolutely connected to, you have to be connected to that phone and understand all the ins and outs of that app and Genie Plus, which is crazy. You can't just go to Disney World and not plan ahead. You have to plan ahead and understand Genie Plus. And then on top of that, with the phone, guys, one of the big things that parents care to do, who want what they want to do, is get their kids to put down their phone. Before it was, before it was, in my generation, my parents wanted us to get off the TV, get off the video games, but no longer am I able to tell my kid, hey, you don't need your cell phone. You absolutely need your cell phone. And so they will always be connected to your cell phone. And for so many of us, we know how detrimental always having that cell phone in your hand is on a person's psyche, and especially a child's psyche. As I said before, do you actually think a single or maybe married person with no kids actually cares about any of those things? Absolutely not. They're not going to ever cover those things. They're not thinking about these things. And that is something extremely important, I would think, to Disney. If your main goal to have family is repeat customers, if you know anything about economics, you want repeat customers. And Disney, for those of you who don't know, has been around for 100 years. 100 years absolutely means you had repeat customers. All right, guys, let me talk about this. One I'm gonna end with last, and there's so many other things that I could hit on, but this is a perfect example of getting bad feedback, getting awful feedback, getting the absolute idea, wrong ideas about what's going on with the Disney parks in concern or in reference to what the YouTubers are saying. There was the Galactic Star Cruiser. It lasted 18 or 19 months. This is recently, or 2023, excuse me. It just shut down. And the thought process when I first heard about it, I thought the premise was going to be good till I found out exactly what it was. And what it was is I thought it was going to be a hotel. I thought it was going to just be a Star Wars themed hotel. That's it. Just Star Wars themed. Well, it wasn't a Star Wars themed hotel. It was well, they call it LARPing. So it was heavily themed to the point where you were playing a role in Star Wars in a sense for 2 nights. 2 nights you are in Star Wars. It was destined to fail, and I knew it was going to fail, and it was so frustrating for the fact that they did this. It was a 2 night fake cruise on a fake starship for $6,000 for the lowest tier you could possibly have. It was, I believe, mostly or 90% um, all inclusive, food and drink and everything else. But it's $6,000 for a family of two, or family of four, for the lowest possible level. Guys, you can go on a real Disney cruise for under $6,000, where you're going to a real place and it'll be 3 nights. And here's the thing, this is what you don't have. You don't have a pool, you don't have a game room, you don't have shows, you don't have all the wonderful things that Disney Cruise offers you, and it costs more and it's less nights. It's crazy. But you really, on a real note, the real average would have been around $10,000. Around $10,000 for this thing for 2 nights. What I'm really getting at with these YouTubers, this guy from the WDW News Today, he was upset and didn't understand why it failed. That makes my point so much. He was terribly upset, didn't understand why it failed. He was like, why don't they just stick it out? Nobody was going, guys. That's why it failed. It failed because Disney Cruise Line is their direct competitor. Because guess what Disney has? Disney had uh, Star Wars Day at Sea cruises. Star Wars Day at Sea cruises. So you can get that experience on a Disney cruise. You can get it, but maybe your kids who don't like Disney didn't have to get it, or vice versa, or something along those lines. But this thing for $6,000 at the lowest bare minimum, everybody had to do everything. And then what does that also exclude? You're not doing that with little kids. You're not doing that with anybody you have in a stroller. No, 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 no. You can do that with a Disney cruise. You'll see strollers all through Disney World. This is this is crazy how so many things in Disney has failed, and no one no one can see from Disney. No one sees it. They're so lost, so lost where they can't see what's going on, and it's frightening. It's absolutely frightening, guys. And I mean United States. All right, guys. Sorry with the doom and gloom, but this is something I had to do. Hopefully, maybe somebody from Disney will see this video and realize what the hell is happening. I'm Uncle Charles Walhingford. I'm just here to help.